I couldn't take it anymore, so I killed you. And here you are, looking as beautiful as you've ever been. I love you.
Sometimes I sit and I stare at the rain. Isn't rain filled with sorrow? Wonder if I'll see my home again. Will it be dry tomorrow? Time passes softly and I'm a day older, but still I'm living days gone by. Ashes to ashes, the rain's turning colder. Finding tomorrow, the ashes, the rain, and I.
The one trying to make their way to Satan? Are you too scared to respond, Fallen? Welcome to Heresy, the Sixth Circle. My name is Dorian, and I am this circle's keeper. Might I know your name, Fallen? What reason would I have to lie to you? I've also taken the blasphemers and the liars under my wing. Does it bother you? You have been acquainted with my friends in limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, and wrath. Of course, the deeper you go, the more horrifying it may appear to be. But it is not as bad as you may have been led to believe. Truly, everyone has treated you well so far, correct? It is. Worried about what they will do to you? Of course not. They can't do anything to you here. It's the first thing you notice. said it's supposed to stop me from lying. In truth, it doesn't work. But I find it does make for a pretty accessory. I do not need to eat. I do not need to sleep. Not anymore, at least. My work is never finished, will never be finished. But enough of all that. Ash. For the first few minutes, the fall is not bad, but it can become worse than a raging blizzard. We should hurry back to the library. I'll return later to observe the fires. Here. The umbrella will shield you from the storm until we get you to shelter. Good choice. It shouldn't be a long journey. Don't let go. Blasphemous, and I suppose it is. In truth, I've always enjoyed Catholic aesthetics, whether it be in their art or their architecture, though I can't say I love what they have to say. That's right. People don't like for their opinions to be changed. But some of us are masters of the silver tongue. Some may be easily swayed because they have no opinions of their own. And once they gain this opinion, it's permanent. Others may be as vampires who are weak to the silver and they turn away. And these rooms become echo chambers. It's why I've read the scripture and holy books from every religion ever uttered. And yet, none stick with me. But I can appreciate the aspects of most of them. Does that make any sense? Now, shall we go in? You won't be able to go out until the storm passes. It will obscure where the elevator is. Hard to see, hard to navigate. And it could bury you. It's best to wait it out. I don't know. But you're not in a hurry, right? A few hours or even days is nothing when compared to the rest of eternity. Are you cold? I can make you tea and you can tell me your tale. Perhaps I shall give you a tour. Very well. You'd best hurry along then. You might wander off and get lost. There are countless things in my library of lies that would draw even the purest of souls in. That's quite cute of you, darling Fawn. You've done it twice now. Are you scared of something? Or are you trying to warm up to me? Come now. You can tell me anything. Despite what I am, you trust me. You're so innocent. It's cute. Preach about sin. Shiny objects tempt you. This is one of my many studies. I never get to use them, only for the sparse company. From here, distant fires and mist. Feel free to sit while I make tea. Do you have a preference on flavors? I prefer a floral blend myself, but I'll do anything for you. As long as I have it, of course. Splendid. You could move those to the side, you know. I don't mind. I saw you read that. No, it's all right. I'm sure you're curious. A demon friend of mine. They're a painter. I've tried picking up the medium myself, but it just isn't my forte. I try to categorize the wings of my collection, sometimes by century, sometimes by region, and I like to decorate them. I keep more than just books. There are artifacts as well. If the storm has not passed before we're done here, then yes, I must admit, I am pleased that you are interested in what I have. The history of lies and falsehoods. That's the thing about a lie. They all come unraveled by the end. I hope this is to your taste. It's blueberries, hibiscus, cherries, and some other fruits. I'm sure it'll pick you up in the darkness down here, at least. Really? Is it because I'm so gloomy? I dress in black with a spinal cord as my boots heel. Is it because of the desolation? Even in the ash storm, I've made my own light. I prefer the fruitier teas to the bitter blends. So, shall we start this over? I don't know, but they don't bother me. I let them fly about. Some of them nest on the spires. Blackbirds are my favorite animal. You have recently died, and you were sent to Limbo, the first circle. Now you seek to descend through each circle until you reach Satan at the ninth. You hope to state your case and be allowed into the heavens. Now, do you know why you were brought down to hell? So you intend to entreat with the devil without knowing what you may have done wrong? Really now? We should start from the beginning then, shouldn't we? Perhaps we can discover where your purported sin lies if we talk about you. When did you die? On the Solemnity of Mary, Mother of God? That's unfortunate. And how did you die? Of course. Do you regret dying, Fallen? Is it? Fallen is a nickname that I give to those who come down here to beg forgiveness from the fallen angel himself. People who believe they have fallen from where they should be, fallen from the earth and down here instead. It's a coincidence. You don't have to believe me. I'm not expecting validation from you. You're in my domain, after all. Everything you're seeing in front of you could be a lie. Who knows? But it's no use dwelling on hypotheticals. We have more important things to discuss. Your locket. Let me see it. You know how people will keep the portraits and memories of their loved ones tucked in a locket close to their heart, so they do not forget what is most important to them? It's similar to that, only it's with your memories. It shall be easier to pass through if we can just... This one should work. I'm trying to find an empty page. There we are. We then close that, and now all we do is wait. It will write out your life story for me, all on one page. We need only give it a few minutes. Can I interest you in more tea? All right. Oh, apologies. I'm an open book. Within the 1st century CE, I was burned alive for leading some Roman lambs astray. I had many thoughts on how the world should work. I've always believed religion to be selfish. People do good deeds to seem like good people, good enough to achieve paradise. I thought good deeds should be done because you want to be a good person. You want to help your fellow man, not to gain something in the end. I had other thoughts, that the man upon everyone's lips was just another preacher, that we are in control of ourselves. It's why my realm is tombs of fire and ash. About dying? No. I was never upset. The only thing I'm upset about is I can't... Never mind. It's ready. I think so. There is something overarching, but I can pull out a specific moment. Do you remember the church you volunteered to work with to help serve food to those who are underprivileged? Then he commanded the multitudes to sit down on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the disciples. And the disciples gave to the multitudes. So they all ate and were filled, and they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments that remained. Now those who had eaten were about 5,000 men besides women and children. Matthew 14, verses 19 through 21. Really? There are many absurdities in the texts. Silly things, annoying things, things that don't make sense. It's like how we think of Greek and Roman mythology nowadays. Less so that it really happened, and as more of a fable. I think of Ambrose Bierce in a more modern context. So you take a lot of what's in your text as lessons, rather than fact. So do I. And therein lies your sin. You don't take it literally, and that's a heresy. It's unfair, isn't it, to be curious, to question what you're reading or what you're being told, to think some things are too big, too fantastic for the mediocre world you live in, and to be punished in the end for questioning someone. Lucifer fell because he questioned God. What's to say he isn't doing the same to you right now? Someone who has been a devout, loyal follower, despite never seeing his face. No one should expect someone as wonderful as you to be perfect all the time, because you're perfect in your own right. I have a question for you. Do you still want to go down? Do you still want to face Satan? He will reject you, you know. Even if he believes in you, you know what your Creator will say. He'll cast you right back down here. And it will have to be here. Do you truly wish to go through such effort, only to be humiliated and rejected? I'd hate to see that on you. I really would. But it's your own decision. If you stay here, I will take care of you. I will tell you everything you want to know. If you would continue down, I will ensure that the keepers of those circles treat you with kindness and lead you to Satan easily. Then, if you are rejected, I will welcome you upon your return with open arms. I don't think you'll make it to the paradise you desire, because in truth, it's not as fantastic as they make it up to be. But, as I said, it's your decision. Yes, you're right. It's fantastic here with you. I could never ask for anyone else to spend my time with. Would you like to explore the other wings now? I have so much to show you. You asked this earlier. Why? And how could you fix that? You don't want to do that. Here in Heresy, it's cold, and you would have to endure me for eternity. I'm not very enjoyable. It's ready. I think so. There is something overarching, but I can pull out a specific moment. Do you remember the church you volunteered to work with to help serve food to those who are underprivileged? Then he commanded the and he took the 5 loaves, and the disciples gave to the multitude. Now those who had Matthew 14. Really? There are many absurdities in the it's like how we think of. I think of Amber. So you take a lot of what's in your. So do I. And therein lie. You don't take it. It's unfair, isn't it, to think some things are too, and to be punished in the end. For Lucifer fell because he wants to say he isn't doing the same. But why is that a bad thing? No one should expect someone as wonderful as you to be perfect all the time, because you're perfect in your own right. I couldn't take it anymore. I came to the mortal world as a bird to observe those following a faith I had come to detest. That was the first time I saw you. I don't know what it was about you, but you caught my eye in a way no soul ever has. And so, every so often, I would visit you as a raven outside your window, whether it be in a holy place or in the confines of your home. I knew your beliefs. I knew you. And you were fantastic. But I knew you would have to come down here eventually, because you were so uniquely you. Frankly, I was selfish. I could have waited for you to die much, much later. But I wanted to see you now. And I thought that if you lived your whole life only to be sent to hell for being human, it would be worse on you. So I killed you. I was the bird that flew from the spire and caused you to fall. I didn't mean for you to die like that. But that's how it happened. And you came down here to me after I asked everyone above to be nice to you, just so you wouldn't fall victim to their hunger. And here you are, looking as beautiful as you've ever been. And I haven't been able to stop looking at you ever since. I've kept my composure, but I want to be with you like this forever. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I already know that you feel the same way I do. And you want to stay. And even if you don't, we have an eternity to figure it out. I love you.